Anniesha Mawrie is a passionate and talented dancer and choreographer reigning from Shillong, Meghalaya. She began dancing at the tender age of 4 and took up dancing professionally after her post-graduation. Anniesha was at the top 25 of So You Think You Can Dance Indian franchise 2016, where she then was trained and certified under Big Dance Centre Mumbai and Kundu, and LA choreographers Ian Westwood and Ditto. Her forte is hip-hop, Latino styles and jazz. Anniesha has also had the liberty to work with renowned actress and model Lisa Hayden as her choreography team for the Bollywood series The Trip. Anniesha has participated and won many competitions and has performed in Shillong and in many other parts of the country. She currently runs a studio by the name Phoenix Arts and has a team of performers called Team Phoenix, incorporating dance, movements and theatre. Besides dance, Anniesha aspires to be a filmmaker and art director. She has also worked on a series of short films on YouTube.
So sweet, so beautiful. Yeah. Every day like a queen on a throne. No, nobody knows how she feels. Aisha, lady, one day it'll be real. Let's do it. She moves like a breeze. Swear I can't get her out of my dreams. So have her shining right here by my side, shining like a star. I'd sacrifice all them tears in my eyes. Oh, Aisha.
Hello and welcome to yet another youth program. Today we have a very beautiful and talented dancer from Shillong, Anniesha Mawrie. Thank you so much for joining us for this program today. We hope that everything goes well for you from here onwards. Thank you so much. Let me just begin with the questions now. Tell us something about yourself.
I'm Anniesha Mawrie. I'm a dancer, choreographer. And to tell something about myself, I mean, it's really difficult to describe oneself. Yeah, I'm just a person who's passionate about dancing, and apart from that, I love all sorts of various art forms like, singing and anything, So, yeah.
Okay, so first things first, when did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I'd always impersonate these women characters on TV, nice. Be it dancers, so many dancers were there, and that time there was just MTV and all that. Yeah, so I'd watch J-Lo a lot.
Nice. Yeah, she is a very talented dancer. And she's still doing so well in that age also.
And she's really good at Latino styles and this and that. But as I grew on with this, I took it professionally after my post-graduation. So I went and stayed in Mumbai, and that's when I got proper training.
Wow.
Yeah, and before that I had this space, the studio space, and I have these beautiful students. So we just, they're my neighbors, and they would just enter the studio and, they tell me they want to learn something, and then, yeah, why not?
Combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. our dreams, and they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs with sepia tone loving. Love is the answer, at least, for most of the questions in my heart, like why are we here and where do we go, and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving.
I remember seeing you like ages ago, because I think you danced at one of the Autumn Fest when Autumn Fest was still very fun those days.
Yeah.
I think you're the first dancers in Shillong that really took it up like professionally.
Yes.
And I still remember you dancing to some, I think it was a belly dance then. If I'm not
Belly
wrong,
dance,
yes.
yeah, I started off.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a long time ago, and it's so good to see you grow, and so good to
Thank
see you still continuing doing this, you know. All right, moving on to the next question. When did you decide to make dance your professional career?
Like I said, you know, like parents always like me who focus in academia and this and that.
Exactly.
So, you know, there was always this rebel in me. I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, like thanks to God, you know, like
Exactly.
we all are born with some talent of some sort. So yeah, so dancing was always the drive, you know, that drove me, and I always wanted to do this. But you know, back in the days there was no platform or no mentor to guide us in any way. So we had to just keep rediscovering this art, and then, you know, just leave everything behind and follow your you know, passion.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was the drive for me. And
What is your greatest strength as a dancer?
as a dancer, my greatest strength is, like I said, meant to be mentally prepared for anything that is worse, you know. So like in Shillong, there's not a platform where, you know, where for a dancer to be at that level. So you need to get out of Shillong, you need to train, and it's very important to train. Yeah, so training was one thing that I really, you know, imbibed and learn more from many dancers. I've been there in workshops with these LA choreographer, like Ditto was one of them, Ian Eastwood, and I learned many art forms. And there's this company that I learned under, that was Big Dance Center, and these people have, my mentors there, they've really taught me a lot. And yeah, my strength is basically to stand up for myself, even if there's a certain disbelief, you know, like your parents sometimes, you understand parents,
Exactly.
or you understand the society, you know, they're like, okay, you're a dancer, what more can you do, how much do you earn, you know, you will have to like get rid of all these, and just continue with what you believe. So that is my biggest strength, I feel. To just believe in
Speaking
oneself.
about strength, do you get the support? Like I feel like the main support should start from home, right?
Yes.
Did you get it? Did you get the kind of support that you needed from home from the get-go, or did it come much later on?
It came much later on, yeah. First, I needed to prove myself, So when they see that I can do something, then, the support comes. So it's like that.
The next question is, what is your greatest weakness as a dancer?
As a dancer, the greatest weakness is when a dancer gives up, like I said, when they give up on themselves. But, sometimes we need to make the weakness our strength. Sometimes there are times when there are self-doubt. You doubt yourself. When you see someone better than you, you tend to question yourself. But, these weaknesses, there are times when people, they comment or they come into your page, Instagram page, this and that, with all the negativity and everything. That weakness, where they point out, that is actually that drives me to build it into a strength. So I'd say for now, my only weakness is I build these weaknesses into strength and make them a ladder and jump to the next.
I feel like everything you do is just based around dancing, from everything that I've seen online. And but what is it that you do besides dancing?
I love metal. I listen to a lot of.
I can see that.
I listen to metal a lot, and apart from dancing, I learn drums.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So I'm just on my basic stage, and I do MMA apart from dancing.
Great.
So I've been doing MMA since 2018, and Jiu-Jitsu is a discipline that really, sometimes I don't go to the gym, but I do work out my MMA routines, and it's kind of made me okay, like my,
Are there any challenges that you face as a professional dancer?
The challenges initially that I faced were, financial support.
Exactly.
Because, the government, there's nothing here where, even if you look at Guwahati or you look at another state, the government would always support the artists.
Exactly.
There is a professional training center, this and that. But here in Shillong, it's really difficult,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Do you, coming from that, even because I think even for musicians, it just started very recently that, that there's getting some sort of support from the government.
Yeah.
Do you think, what are the changes that you'd make? In what ways do you think, the government should support this art form?
Yeah. Basically, for now, I'm an independent artist. So whatever work that I do, it's always, you would also understand that sometimes from your own pocket. But it would be really nice if they can at least understand our ideas, hear out. It's important that they just hear out our ideas. And, ideas are very important. And, if artists could unite and get along, be it singing or dancing, or unite in some way, and we could make something great, and maybe that time they would support us.
Exactly, I know.
Yeah.
I really understand this. All right. So coming to the other art forms that you focus on, the sports that you focus on, how do you ensure you stay strong and fit before a performance?
I'm not a morning person, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's difficult that way. But when I get the time to work out and meditate, that's the best time for me, So whenever we don't spend time in the studio, we spend time outside in the nature. Like we go out and we swim in the river. The nature vibes.
Yeah.
So that is athletic enough. We go for trekking. We go for many other things. We can do kayaking, this and that. So it's not always like the indoor workouts that you need to do. It's also the physical workouts that you need to do outside. Look at the children now. They're always stuck in their mobiles and they're home, they're gaming, this and that. But we need to be athletic in that way.
Exactly.
Just go out and.
Exactly. All right. Describe your best performance. I've seen you perform. Like I said, I've seen you perform a couple of times before. Is there a favorite, the best performance that you've had?
My best performance and experience was when I was in a reality show called So You Think You Can Dance. India, that's an Indian franchise that they brought here.
Okay.
That was in 2016. So it was really also a privilege for me to meet these various choreographers from around the world and actors and all that, something like it's a great deal. So that I would say is the best performance. But you know what, there's nothing best than dancing in front of your mother, like, dancing with your family. So I feel like when we get together with the family gathering, I feel that is the most precious for us.
Listen closely, y'all. Yeah, every place got a ghetto, and this is my version of it. Check it out. Listen closely, oh, I got a story to tell. A version of my ghetto where life felt for real. Some would call it hell, but to me it was heaven. God gave me the grace, amazing ways of living. How would you feel if you had to catch a meal, build a hut to live?
Alright, as we can see, we're in this very beautiful studio of yours. I was just telling my friends also that I think this is the first time I'm in a dance studio. Literally, I've been to multiple singing studios, but not in a dance studio. Tell us something about the studio and the team who runs it, and also all the dance forms that you teach here, maybe.
So the name of the studio is Phoenix Arts, and we incorporate dance movements and a little bit of MMA, yeah. And apart from that, we also do animal flow, which is good. It's something new, and we will soon incorporate Copera. It's Brazilian martial arts.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we teach her, and I have a team who helps me with that, and they're called Team Phoenix. Yeah, and I would also, like to give a shout out to my old team members from Skechers. They've helped me a lot with building many things. In the past, the ones that you see our performance in Autumn Festival, those were the ones, our old members. Yeah, so a big shout out to them. And also a big shout out to all the dancers out there who are working so hard and believing in themselves and doing so well in whatever form that they do. Yeah, so basically the Team Phoenix forte is basically it's hip hop. We focus on hip hop, but we also incorporate Latin American dance forms and many other forms, So we teach everything.
Yo. I'm calling you when all my joy and all my love is feeling good, 'cause it's due to you. See the time of my life, my days and my nights, so it's alright. At the end of the day, I still got enough for me and mine. I'm calling you, you're calling.
You've participated in competitions before, and you've won quite a bit as well. Can you describe your best, your best competition or something that you take so much off from?
My best competition is the competition with myself, I'd say. And
that's deep, but that's good.
Yeah. So, but you know what? There are many competitions and many platforms that I've been to, but I'd just like to express, my heart and soul for these kids that have never given up on me. These are the kids from Providence. So we've been there together, and we're a team now. So when I went and trained them there, with the supervision of Brother D'Souza, I'm sure you've heard of him. Yeah, so these kids have always been there with me for over 10 years. So we go and compete together, whether it's a competition, this and that. So at the same time, they also earn a platform, and I also feel, okay, if I can push these kids, and they're doing so well now, they're all in their own, platforms, and they're doing so well. So that is a great achievement, and that is a good competition. It's a competition enough for.
She was very beautiful, leaving people in awe. Singing songs, Lena Horne, but the younger version hung with the wrong person, got her strung on that. Sniffing up drugs, all in the nose. Could've died so young, now looks ugly and old. No fun, 'cause now when she reaches for hugs, people hold their breath, 'cause she smells of corrosion and death. Watch the company you keep and the crowd you bring, 'cause they came to do drugs and you came to sing. So if you're gonna be the best, I'ma tell you how. Put your hand in the air and take the vow. I know I can. Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. is told, the youth can grow. They'll learn to survive until they gain control. Nobody says you have to be gangsters. Read more, learn more, change the globe.
You started performing at the age of 4. I mean, like you started dancing at the age of 4, right? Can you still remember? Do you still remember your first real performance?
The first real performance was, like I said, the 2016. So you think Indian Dance Indian franchise that, and when we were performing with these LA choreographers like Ditto and Ian Eastwood. And there's so many other great hip hop dancers, since that's my forte. Yeah, so that is really really good. I felt really nice.
Nice. Okay, up next, this is something that I really want to ask you also, like me being the artist that I am. But we all have our own traits, right? So I'd like to ask you, what are the most important traits as a dancer should have?
The most important trait is to be physically fit, yes, mentally fit. Sometimes it might tear you down, but you have to just get a hold of yourself and be strong. Yeah, so, and have a little support from your circle.
Exactly.
That, from your own people, like, if you don't have their support, it would kind of dwindle you, you'd be a little shaken. But you need to have their support, and you also need to give back to your circle, the culture or whatever it is, to your own kind. So if you're learning something, it's always nice to give back, and in that way you both grow and learn.
What is your experience out of working with musicians, or even let's just say working with other artists around Shillong?
It's really nice to work with musicians, because there's always something new to learn from them as well. And they're fun people, to work with. I did not feel any kind of they didn't make me feel out of place.
Exactly.
So yeah. So I like acting, and they also they're quite good actors.
I saw
they're
the
musicians,
video,
but they act.
Wow, great going, All right, and my next question is, in this line of work, I take it, even from my experience, right? There are more. I honestly feel like there are more critics than I have supporters, right? So, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for you as well. And what would be your take on this?
We need to just take criticism positively. It's always nice to have haters, because then it's good. It's a competition. You sometimes also learn to see your own flaws, and through that you improve yourself. So that's how it's okay.
Towards the end of this interview, I'd like to know, where do you see yourself in the next, let's just say, 5 to 10 years?
I just see myself being happy, and what more can I ask?
Exactly.
Whatever I have envisioned, I've so far lived that. So I just want to be setting an example for the ones who really have the same drive and hunger as I have.
It's amazing.
And I just want to be happy, and
That's, I mean, like that's the best answer I've heard so far. You know, like some people just say, oh, in the next 5 years, I want to see myself here, this, there, doing that. But then to be happy is like the utmost. I mean, like trait I want to have. You know. All right. So, Anniesha, it was lovely speaking to you. A message for our viewers.
A message for everyone is stay humble and keep working hard. Believe in yourself, and just don't let the naysayers, you know, bring you down, and keep working and just be the best you can be.
All right, we have come to the end of this program. Thank you so much for being here, Anniesha, and I hope to see you soon in one of these stages around town, and I wish you all the best. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much, and I will see you in our next youth program.